what is the most crucial part of a sail design? So I always start with the first thing being measurements. The sail has to fit. You don't want to use or just build a sail based on standard rig specs. A lot of people do. It works out probably the majority of the time because they'll take the rig spec and make a reduction so it's guaranteed to kind of fit. That being said, it's really worth working with our designers on measurements. That's how they do it. The next part of the design after measurements is fine tuning, okay? Where the client will adjust. You know, if you talk to the designer, he's going to adjust if you're in San Francisco in a windy area versus a light wind area. It's really important just to be able to work with the designer and make those fine-tune adjustments. I will say that, in my opinion, this is a random not statistic, but I know that probably 80% or more of sails that are designed are not designed by the guy that took the measurements, okay? They actually take the measurements and then they send them to a designer who has been doing it for years, and they do an amazing job, but they just take the measurements and use a template, and often the template is, they're great designs, of course. You build a template and you can use it in lots in quite a range, so like a 30 to a 36 foot boat. That being said, we try and take it a bit to the next level, where if you want, you get on the phone with the actual designer. He'll fine tune things like on your head sail, the luff curve, clue heights, dimensions, entry angles. He'll make all the adjustments to try and get it as perfect to what you actually are using and not just a template. For a mainsail, you know, the designer will max out the roach if it's a PHRF sail. He'll try and make the luff curve more of a standard or more of a custom luff curve than just a standard luff curve on a mainsail, depending on the boat and how flexible the mast is. So there's quite a bit that goes into it, but we do a great job and work our butts off to custom the fine details, which is, you know, honestly a little bit over and above what a lot of people do with a template. I tried that method, and that's why we do it this way now, years ago. So anyways, I hope that helps. Again, just to sum it up, measurements are the number one thing to deal with in a sail design, and that's why most sail offs will have someone measure and then send the design off to someone else to actually do the design, is those measurements. And you know what? We've been doing it a long time. It's just a matter of good communication with clients and making sure, you know, for example, they don't have a tall mast when they thought they had a standard mast. So really good things. So measurements, and then fine tuning the shape of the sail, the luff, hollows, and curves is the second part, just to make it so it actually does what you want, not just, you know, a Catalina 30 mainsail can be different from one Catalina 30 to the next. It all depends on what they're rigging, and maybe they've made adjustments. Booms sometimes move, shorten, change, you know, all that stuff makes a big difference. So reach out to a designer when you're doing the design, pick up the phone. They love to talk about this. This is what they love doing, and they design awesome custom sails. So have at her, and I look forward to answering more questions. So let's see what the next one is.